All right, what's up? So, I just wanted to kind of do a short little video here just on the top three settings of the timeline because they're generally the same on pretty much any delay. Um, and so I just wanted to kind of let you guys see what they do so that if you're a beginner to effects pedals or just a beginner to guitar in general, you can take a look at it, and hopefully this will help you out. So we're going to keep it on the D-tape setting of the timeline, and there really is not a ton of difference between the D-tape and the digital. The D-tape is just a little warmer. It sounds like an actual tape delay, and I enjoy using that one quite a lot. But digital is fantastic too. It just gives you cleaner repeats. And so I do have some reverb on, so we'll let you hear. I'm just going to tap it real quick and let you hear what it's doing. So that is, to steal words from Pro Guitar Shops, that is my clean tone. And that's generally the tone that I use for pretty much anything worship or ambient related. I'll slow the delay down a little bit, especially if you want something a little more slower, a little more feel to it. This is a dotted quarter note delay. That's generally the tone that I use most of the time. So let's take you through. I'm actually going to turn my reverb off, and we'll let you hear what the delay itself is sounding like just alone. And you hear how the repeats kind of get a little bit darker and a little bit less new sounding. So that is what the D-tape is doing. It sounds more analog, obviously in a digital pedal. So. Okay, so let's start obviously with time. So we all know what time does. That's your tap tempo. So if you have a tap tempo switch on your pedal, you don't really have to worry about this one too much. If you don't, this just either makes the tempo go faster, slower, BPMs, or I believe milliseconds as well. So move over to the next knob, which is going to be your repeats, which is right next to the time knob. Your repeats are going to either really overwhelm or make it just so that you can barely hear the delay. So let's go to the two extremes, and I'll let you hear what that sounds like outside of my regular tone. Okay, so this is going to be utterly extreme. You probably would never use it because it gets way out of hand very quickly. All Right. As you can see, you can do some really weird stuff when you have your repeats all the way up and you fiddle with the time knob there. So basically, I try to keep the repeats around 12 o'clock, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. It just depends on the application. If you want more of that, then I would just run it up just a little. Just run it to probably about 1 o'clock. And there you go. You see how it just keeps going. So I normally run it around like right about here. Let's move over from repeats to the mix, and your mix is going to tell you how much of your effect is going into your signal. Okay, so all the way off, even though the pedal is still on, no delay. None at all. All the way up is no dry signal. See how that is? You probably should be able to hear my guitar in my vocal mic here. So that's no dry signal at all. So normally what you're going to want to do is keep it probably around 1 o'clock, just so you've got your dry signal and your delay. And this is going to kind of also, you can pull it back and you can have more dry signal. You see how the delay got more prominent when I adjusted that knob. So you're going to want to play around with that. Again, I keep it around noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, because I like my delays to be out front and still, have that dry signal in there. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me, on my YouTube page, or if you know me personally, just shoot me a text. And if you would like to see a different delay pedal, something that's a little more similar, or simple, then I can also do that, because I have a carbon copy delay and a Strymon El Capistan as well. So we can do a simple run through of those if you need them. So anywho, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.